with our nice inhale, reach up. And today we're going to round back on the exhale, relax the arms down. Inhale, you're going to stack back up, reaching the arms up, being careful of those shoulders as you stack up. Tuck and round back. Inhale, come up. Think of engaging the lats as you round back, press. You can even point the palms down to your floor as you do that, and then inhale up. Press back, exhale. Inhale up. One more time, press back, exhale. Inhale up. Now we're going to add on. We're going to press back, exhale. We're going to inhale, stay. You're going to exhale, twist to one side. Keep the other hand right over the knee. Back to center, inhale. Twist to the other side, exhale. Back to center, inhale. Stack back up, reach the arms up. Exhale, back. Twist to that first side and come center, inhale. Twist to the other side and come center, inhale. And stack it up. Inhale from here. Exhale back. Inhale, stay. Twist, exhale. Keep those legs still. Twist, exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Twist, exhale. Inhale. Twist, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, back up. On the inhale, reach the arms wide by your side. Good. Straighten out your legs right here. We're just going to give a little round forward. So drop your chin to your chest. Peel forward over your legs. Exhale. Inhale. Stack back up. So your legs have a little bit of space between them. We're just giving that chin a nice drop. You're going to peel down like you're peeling away from a wall. Belly button in. Lift from the pelvic floor. Roll forward. Inhale. Stack back up. Articulate from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Walking back up. Again, drop the chin, peel down like you're peeling forward, exhale, inhale, and exhale, stack it back up. Good, I'm going to have you bring your fingertips to your forehead, elbows nice and wide. Think of pressing your heels away from you. So I'm thinking of kind of pushing my feet toward the mirror. I'm going to inhale, stay, exhale, hinge back, keep the neutral spine, belly button into your spine. You don't have to go far. Inhale, stay, exhale, stack back up. Hold, inhale. Exhale, shoulders down and hinge back from your pelvis. Keep those legs pushing away from you. Hold, inhale. Exhale, back up. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. Hold, inhale. Exhale, up. Little shoulder warm up here. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. You might not want to go as far. You're going to take a nice inhale. Press those fingertips up. You can let them come apart. So fingers are reaching, spine is neutral. We're going to inhale, lower one arm, and we're going to switch. And switch. Try to keep your torso nice and still. Legs active, but on the ground. And exhale. Shoulders down. Don't let your spine twist as the arms go. Exhale. And exhale. And exhale. And exhale. Good. Two more. Exhale. And exhale, last one. Good, both arms come up, and we're gonna lift up, inhale, this time round over, exhale, little stretch. Relaxing your legs, relaxing your back. Good, from here, stack it back up. Let's take a nice inhale and roll it all the way down. Bend your knees on the way down, round it back. So arms are relaxed by your side here. Ankles underneath those knees. Inhale from here, arches are lifted. We're going to come into our nice little imprint. Squeeze your glutes, articulate it up. Knees and toes toward the toes. Knees and toes toward the mirror, I was going to say, but you don't have that. So knees and toes are going straight out in parallel first position. Abs are tight, glutes are squeezing, belly button is in. Keep connected. Lower and lift the hips. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Make sure your ribs come with you. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Keep going. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Just move this a little lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. 2. And last 1. And you're going to hold it up there. Take a nice inhale. Let's articulate the spine down. Exhale, roll down from there. belly button in, and release to your neutral. Let your knees just drop side to side for a second. Give yourself a nice little stretch. One side and then the other. And then come back to center. All right, adding a little bit of flexion here. Let your arms hover, nod the chin, come into flexion, abs nice and tight. So you're holding still right here. We're going to bring one leg and then the other into tabletop. If it becomes too much, you can always put one leg down. We're going to start with a toe tap on one side, inhale. Exhale to bring up to tabletop. Inhale, other side. Exhale up. Inhale, tap. Keep connected, compress. No movement in your spine or pelvis. Tap, inhale, and exhale up. Tap, inhale, and exhale up. Good, keep that nice 90-degree angle at the knee. Inhale and exhale up. Good, we're going to add the opposite arm. Reach the arm up and come back down. Reach the arm up. Don't let your shoulders change. Come back down. Reach the arm up. Come back down. Reach the arm up. Come back down. Reach the arm up. Come back down. Reach up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, one more. Hold right here. Adding on. We're going to keep one knee right where it is. I'm going to start with my back one so you can see. The front one and that side are going to go out and up, and then you're going to bring it back. Out and up. No movement on the same side now, and bring it back for 2. Out and up. Bring it back for 3. Out and up. Bring it back for 4. Out and up. Bring it back for 5. Out and up. Bring it back for 6. Switch. Hold that right there. Other leg goes out and up. Out and up. 2, bring it in. Out and up. 3, no movement in your spine or your shoulders. Out and up. 4, and bring it in. Out and up. 5, and bring it in. Out and up. 6, and bring it in. Hold it there, release it back. Give everything a quick little break there. Hopefully you're feeling your core engaged. Feet back down on your carriage. Knees and toes straight ahead. Take a nice inhale. Now without the articulation, I want you to squeeze your glutes, lift straight into your shoulder bridge. Holding that nice shoulder bridge, shoulders nice and wide, abs are tight. We're going to pick up that first leg. Inhale, tabletop. Keep it bent at 90 degrees, hips in place. Tap the toe, inhale, exhale it up. Tap the toe, inhale, exhale it up for 2. Tap the toe, inhale, exhale up for 3. Tap the toe, inhale, exhale up for 4. Inhale up for 5. One more inhale up for 6. Bend that knee, put the foot back down. Keep the hips right in place. Pelvis in place, ribs in place. Pick up the other knee, tabletop. Inhale, tap it to the floor and lift it up for 6. Inhale, tap, lift it up for 5. Keep that glute squeezing, lift it up for 4. Neck is relaxed, lift it up for 3. Inhale, tap, lift it up for 2. Inhale, tap, lift it up for 1. Tap it down, inhale. Exhale, roll it down, lengthen through the rib cage, the pelvis, and the spine. Once again, knees just drop side to side for a quick little stretch of that back. Good, coming into a little bit of rotation here, still kind of warming up though. We're going to bring the hands behind the head if you're comfortable with that, elbows wide. Nod the chin, then slide into flexion with the upper body. Staying right in flexion with that upper body. Our twist is going to go through the thoracic spine, but we're going to pick up that opposite knee toward it. Good, we're going to stay on the same side. So this leg is now going to extend out, single leg, look toward the toe. Rotate toward the knee. Don't let your spine do more than just that twist. You don't want to feel like your pelvis is twisting. You want to feel like the pelvis is staying nice and still. So we're adding in that single leg, twist to center, exhale, lower down, a little single leg twist. Come to center, exhale. Abs nice and tight. Center, exhale. Twist. Twist. And center. One more twist. And center. Let's bend that knee, hold it there, and put it down. Stay in flexion if you can. Pick up the other leg. I'm going to twist away from you guys. You're going to twist toward the knee, and then come to center and reach that leg out. Twist toward the knee, and center, reach out. Twist, center, reach out. Twist, center, reach out. Trying to keep the pelvis and the torso nice and still as you twist. Center, reach out. Twist. Center, reach out. One more. Twist. Center, reach out. Bend that knee, come back in, set it down. Release the head, neck, and shoulders down. Again, waking up those obliques and abdominals. Good, let's turn over. So gently rock yourself up and come to hands and knees. If you're on your hands and knees, your hands right under your shoulders, your knees right under the hips. Make sure the feet are right behind those knees. abs nice and tight and strong. Take a nice inhale from here, and actually let's go right into our little single leg stretch, so prep. Take a nice inhale. You're going to hook the toes so that you're able to lift the knees up off the carriage, or off the floor in your case. Good, hold there for a second, inhale, and set back down. Just actually before we do this, let's just do a little shoulder mobilization. So I just want you to draw your scapula toward each other there, and then press them away, pushing away from the floor. Draw them toward like you're pinching the scapula, and then push away. One more time, draw toward your spine, and then push away. And then let's just do some nice little circles right there, feeling that mobility in the shoulders, and reverse. Good. Now, right in the middle of all of that, you should feel that nice neutral where you're neither sinking nor pushing, but keeping the scapula resting right against the rib cage. Again, you're almost tearing that piece of paper, that mat, in half, right, toward the pinkies. Engage all the lats up that back of the arm and down your shoulders. Inhale from there, those toes are hooked. Exhale, lift your knees just up off the mat. Balancing that Fabergé egg on that low back. Abs are tight, thighs are engaged. Everything is nice and tight and strong. You're just going to sink forward toward the fingertips and then back toward your heels. Slide forward toward your fingers and back toward your heels. One more, forward toward the fingers, back toward your heels. Set your knees down. You can flip the feet and round back. If you're feeling that a lot in your wrists, give a nice stretch here, bringing the fingertips or the knuckles down to your mat. Opening that back out again. We're going to do the same thing, but on your forearms now. So now you're going to put your forearms down on your mat. The arms are straight like 11s. They're not in like a tent, okay? So I want your elbows right under your shoulders, your fingertips forward, spread out like starfish, pushing into your mat. We're going to have those knees in the same position, right under your hips. The toes are still hooked. We're going to inhale, just lift, abs tight, super connected here. So our hips are a little higher than our shoulders here. This becomes a little more about the shoulders. Abs tight. I want you to push back toward your heels, but don't let your knees sink. Now slide forward, push into your toes. Slide back, push those hips back a little, but don't let your knees sink. Slide forward toward your fingertips. Shift back, and then forward. One more, shift back, and then forward. Excellent. Come back to the center, set those knees down, flip the feet, and round it back. Good, so it helps just to give that little bit of a break there if you want. Okay, we're going to add on to this. Now, we're coming back to your high plank. So if you want to, you can fold up your mat a little bit and put it so that your wrist is lifted a little. I'm actually going to move my hands out wider on the carriage here because I have that capability here. Makes it a little bit easier for me to be able to slide back and forward. It's happier in my wrist. Okay, so from here, we're coming to that same position, toes hooked. Inhale. We're going to exhale, lift the knees first. Holding that position, we're going to walk out to a nice high plank with no movement in the pelvis. Excellent. Now, from there, to make this more shoulders, we're going to bend those knees. Imagine that hover position, shift back, keeping the hips in the same place, and then press forward, back to start driving through the heels. Shift back, sliding back, inhale, and shoot forward, exhale. Heels stay pressing back. Shift back, inhale, and forward, exhale. 3. Shift back, inhale, knees just hover, 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 abs tight, and push for 4. Shift back, inhale, push for 5. One more, inhale, push for 6. Good, set that knee down, and again, flip the feet over, round it back, little shell stretch, stretching through our child's pose. Excellent. Rotate to your side, face me. Let's work on those side hips a little bit. I'm going to bring you onto your elbow on your side, and we'll start down on the knee. So your knee is down. Your top leg can be straight or bent. Actually, you know what? Let's bend them to start. We'll keep them both bent. This whole forearm can be pressing. You want this elbow right under your shoulder. We're going to push up, lifting the hips, by pressing those knees up. Good. Now, once you're here, I want you to pick up that top leg. Excellent. Now you're going to set it down and set the hip down. Good. So you're going to pick up the hips, pick up the leg, lower the leg, lower the hip. Pick up the hip. I feel like my Wi-Fi is getting wonky. Lift, lower, and down. Up, lift, lower, and down. Up, lift, lower, and down. Up, lift the leg, lower, and down. Up, lift the leg, lower, and down. Up. So make sure the foot lifts with you. So I'm just showing you that it's coming up with me. It's not staying behind down here, and lower. So up, lift. So you see how my foot disappears, and down. One more. Up, lift, lower, and down. Quick stretch here for this side. So you're going to push up, come over. The arm can come across. It doesn't have to lift up overhead. It can stay right here. Just getting this stretch into this side that you just worked. And we're going to add on with a little rotation now. So we're going to come to the same position, knees together. We're going to lift that side body. And now we're adding a little rotation. So this arm's going to stay right here. We're going to rotate toward that arm and then lift back up. Try to keep your hips lifted here. Rotate and lift back up to me. Rotate down to that elbow and lift up for 3. Rotate down and lift up for 4. Rotate down and lift up for 5. Rotate down and lift up for 6. Rotate down and lift up for 7. One more down and lift up for 8. That's okay. Set down, lift up, and either bring the arm over or just let it cross and stretch again into that side body. Beautiful. All right, let's just flip the legs to the other side. We'll go to the same side. Other side. Knees stacked, knees bent, hips are out, in alignment, elbow right under that shoulder. We're going to lift those hips, lift that top leg, lower the top leg, lower the hip. Lift the hips, lift the leg, lower the leg, and lower the hips. Lift for 3, lift the hips, lower and down. Lift both hips, top leg, down and down. Both hips, top leg, down and down. Both hips, top leg, down. Make sure the foot comes with you. Both hips, top leg, down and down. Both hips, top leg, down. And last one, both hips, leg up, down and down. Quick little stretch here. Come up, arm comes across. Did I forget something there? This is my easier side, so I always feel like I forget something. I know we're doing that next. Good, come back down. Good, hand here. Hand behind that head if you can. We're going to lift the legs up. So those hips are going to stay up, and we're taking this rotation into the upper body, and then come back to me. Rotate through the shoulder down to that bottom arm, and up for 2. Down to that bottom arm, hips stay up, and up for 3. Down to the bottom, and rotate back for 4. Down to the bottom arm, rotate back for 5. Down to the bottom arm, rotate back for 6. 2 more. Down and rotate. Last one, down and rotate. Set your hips down, come up and stretch that side of the body. Arm can come over. And release it back. Good. Moving into those hips a little bit more. All right. I'm going to do 2 sets of these next things. If you want to use a weight for them, you can. It's going to be a little more glute focused. So feel free to, if you want to use a weight for both sets, go ahead. I'll use it for the second set so you can see it's going to be the same movement with or without the weights, okay? So you could take your pick. Do the first one with the weights, maybe the second one without it, or not. So just one light weight is all you'll need. And it's going to go behind one leg right here if you're using it. I'm going to bring the forearms down to the floor. Now, here's what I'm going to say about this. Forearms are on the floor, which means my hips are up in the air. If this gets uncomfortable in your shoulders, feel free to come up to a higher plank and do it here, okay? So you don't have to stay there. I'm just adding some range of motion into the hip here. So forearms are down, shoulders away from the ears. Abs are tight. I'm going to start with my front leg here. I'm going to keep it bent as if I'm holding a weight. And you're going to lift it straight up. Don't let your back arch or sink. And then straight down for 8. Lift straight up for 7 and down. Straight up for 6 and down. Straight up for 5 and down. Good. Keep your spine long. 4. Shoulders away from the ears. 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. You're going to hold on 1. You're going to come halfway down, and it's a little pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Don't let your back change. 3, 2, hold it for 1. Now you take this leg, it crosses down over the bottom leg. and then you lift it back up, but keep your spine still. Lower it, cross, and lift up for 2. Cross down, lift up for 3. Cross it over the bottom leg, lift it for 4. Cross it over the bottom, lift for 5. Cross over the bottom, lift for 6. Cross over the bottom, lift for 7. Cross over the bottom, lift for 8. Now the fun starts. We do 1 straight down, straight up, cross down, lift up. Straight down, lift up, cross down, lift 2. Straight down, lift up, cross down, lift 3. Straight down, lift up, cross down for 4. Straight down, lift up, cross down, lift 5. Straight down, cross down. 6, you have 2 more. Down, cross. 7, last 1, up, cross for 8. Lower it down. You can take that weight out from behind the leg. If you have it, straighten out that leg and press the hip up to the ceiling. Little stretch right there. So you remember, I'm doing 2 sets of these. So if you didn't use a weight and you want to grab one, go ahead and grab one. If you don't, go ahead and take it away or just do it again without it. We're going back to the first movement, which was straight up. So abs are tight, spine in the center. Take a nice inhale. Here we go. We're going to lift it straight up for 8, same leg, and down. Up for 7, and down. Up for 6, and down. Up for 5, and down. Up for 4, and down. Up for 3, up for 2, up for 1, and hold it. Little release, pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we cross it, lift up for 8, cross it, lift up for 7, cross down, lift up for 6, cross down, lift up for 5. Make sure you're not sinking in your shoulders. 4 and 3, cross down for 2, cross down for 1. Now we go 1 of each, straight down and up, cross down, that's 1. Straight down and up, cross down, lift 2. Straight down, lift up, cross down, lift 3. Straight down, lift up, cross down, lift 4. Neck nice and long. Cross, lift for 5. Down, come up. Cross, lift 6. Down, come up. Cross, lift 7. Last 1 right here. Cross, lift for 8. Lower down, take the weight out if you've got it. Straighten that leg, hip to the ceiling. Woo! All right, now, the great news is that other side has been working this whole time to stabilize. So, bonus. All right, forearms back down. Here we go. First side, I did not use a weight, so I'm not going to use the weight for the first set. Take a nice inhale. That knee stays bent as if you're holding the weight. You're going to lift it straight up for 8 and tap the knee. Straight up for 7 and tap the knee. 6. Keep your spine in place, belly button in. 5. Exhale, 4, neck long. Exhale, 3. Don't sink in your shoulders. Exhale, 2. On the last one, you're going to hold it so you can do a little pulse right here for 8, up 7, up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now cross it down, lift up for 1, cross it down, lift up for 2, cross down, lift for 3, cross down, lift for 4, cross, 5, cross, 6, cross, 7, cross, 8. Lower it straight down, lift, cross down, lift. That's 1. Straight down, cross, lift 2. Straight down, cross, lift 3. Straight down, cross, lift 4. Straight down, cross, lift 5. Straight down, cross, lift 6. Straight, cross. That's 7. 1 more. Cross, 8. Straighten that leg out or take the weight out and shift back. Hip to the ceiling, nice stretch. Woo. Excellent. Release it. We're going to take that weight if you're using it for your second set. So Stephanie, I think you had planned to do just the one class. If that's on purpose, we'll finish up this exercise and do a good stretch. We started a couple minutes late, so just so that you know. But if you are staying for class 2, you're staying. Okay, then ignore what I'm saying. Hang on, I can't read your hand motions. I'm trying to figure out. Hang on 1 sec. We're gonna go to the other side. Just saying, real quick.
I was just saying, I don't know what happened, but yes, I'm planning to stay.
Okay, good. Keep going. Other side, here we go. Right leg is gonna lift and lower for 8. Lift and lower 7. Straight up and lower 6. Straight up, tap for 5. Straight up, tap for 4. Straight up, tap for 3. Straight up, tap for 2. Straight up, tap for 1. I'm sorry, hold it, pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, belly button in. Now we're going to cross down, lift up for 1, cross, up for 2, cross, up for 3, cross, up for 4, cross, up for 5, cross, up for 6, cross, up for 7, cross, up for 8. Here's our single tap down middle, cross down. That's 1. Tap center, up, cross down for 2. Straight down, up, cross down. 3, straight, cross. That's 4. Cross. That's 5. Cross. 6. Whew. Cross. 7. My booty's on fire. Whew. Cross. 8 and lower it down. Take that weight out. Stretch it back. Ay, ay, ay. All right, the stretch is going to involve the hip and the pelvis. So I want you to take that leg you just worked, actually, bring it forward in front of you. So you're up on the knees for a second, or up on that back knee. You start by just pressing forward into that hip flexor stretch, and then shift back. So you've got that knee, that heel down in front of you, and bring it back. And again, that glute's working here. That's not very nice of me, is it? But trust me, we'll get into that stretch in a second. Just wanted to bring you into the hip flexor stretch first. 2 more here, pushing. 1 more, pushing. Good, now keeping your balance here, we're gonna shift back just far enough. Now I'm gonna tuck my toe in the back because it's more comfortable on that foot, and I'm gonna shift, keeping my back nice and flat. So notice I'm not rounding my pelvis, I'm keeping that hip shifting back. So this front leg can straighten out, and I'm bringing the stretch into the hamstring on that front leg. And I'm just gonna let my leg lateral medial rotate. If you're not able to get this low onto the hip, that's okay. You're okay to stay up here. Just give a little lateral medial rotate on that front leg. All right, now you're gonna let yourself come up a little bit higher up onto this hip. And I'm gonna keep my hands on the floor for balance here because I'm up on my reformer, so I don't wanna fall. And I'm gonna lift that hip up that's on that side and then drop it down. Feel that little stretch into my back and pelvis as I lift and drop. Lift and drop. Lift it and drop it. Good, then come back up, put that foot flat, and just give it a nice little shake here once again. Good, and if you're able to drop out to the blade of that foot, so that right foot, I'm just dropping the knee out to the side, opening out that hip a little bit more. Just feels really good after all that. I'm gonna shift back and switch my leg. So you're gonna put your other foot back, that other foot's coming forward, stretching into the hip flexor on that first side now. So you're pushing forward. Notice my heel stays down in the front, I'm not up on the toe, and then you're gonna shift back. Shift forward, belly button is in and connected the whole time, and then back. Shift forward, and then back. I'm just gonna do 2 more like that, shifting forward, and push back. One more, shift it forward and push back. And then I'm going to tuck that toe behind me on that foot so that I can hinge from my hip, leaning slightly forward, straightening out that front leg into a little hamstring shakeout here. That's really dealer's choice. You don't have to have the toes like that. You could be totally down if you want to, if that's more comfortable. But what I don't want is your spine rounding like that. You want to feel like you're staying up really tall in your torso and truly stretching into the hamstring there. That's it. And then you're going to shift back up so you're higher onto this knee and that front leg is straight. You can keep the hands down as much as you want to. What you're going to do is you're going to hike this hip up on this side, and then you're going to drop it down away from you. So you're feeling this little threading that's going on in the piriformis. Lift that hip up and then drop it down. Lift it up and drop it down. Lift it up. Two more and drop it down. One more and drop it down. And again, shift forward into that front leg. You can put the hands down on the inside if you want to and just let that knee drop a couple of times out. Nice and wide if you want to. All right, staying up on those knees. If you want to grab a pillow or anything for underneath your knees, feel free. All right, so you're up on your knees, your abs are nice and tight and strong. Now, if you had a ball or a block or a smaller pillow nearby and you could grab it to place between your knees, that would be great because it helps to engage the inner thighs. That'll help allow you to keep your glutes and your inner thighs squeezing. But if that doesn't sound comfortable to you, don't worry about it. All right, so from there, we're going to bring the arms out, and they're going to be slightly in front of you. So they're not, if you were against the wall right now, they're not right against the wall. They're slightly forward. They're wide, staying nice and tall. We're going to inhale like a windmill. We're going to rotate as far as you can to your right, pressing both knees into the ground. Don't let your pelvis, your torso twist. So my knees are pressing and staying, and then I'm going to come back to center. Twist the other way. Exhale like a windmill. Keep those hips in place and back to center. So glutes are squeezing, inner thigh squeezing. We're going to pulse it 3 and 2 and 1 and come back to center. Pulse for 3 and 2 and 1 back to center. Pulse for 3 and 2 and 1 back to center. Pulse for 3 and 2 and 1 back to center. Pulse 3 and 2 and 1 back to center. Exhale 3 and 2 and 1 back to center. 2 more. 3 and 2 and 1 back to center. 1 more. 3 and 2 and 1 back to center. Take those hips. You're going to reach back, reach the arms forward. Inhale, squeeze up and press for 1. Inhale, hips shift back, glutes squeeze, squeeze up for 2. Shift back, inhale, shoulders down, squeeze up for 3. So from the side, it looks like this. Shift back, squeeze up for 4. Shift back, spine neutral, shoulders stay over those knees. 5. Shift back, inhale, squeeze up 6. Shift back, inhale, squeeze up 7. Shift back, inhale, squeeze up for 8 and hold right there. Arms come up, inhale, hinge back, thigh stretch, keep your abs tight and straight back up with a bicep curl as if you're holding weights. Hinge back, squeeze abs tight, shift up for 2. Hinge back, squeeze, lift up for 3. Hinge back, squeeze, lift up for 4. Hinge back, squeeze, lift up for 5. Hinge back, squeeze, lift up for 6. 2 more, hinge back, squeeze, lift up for 7. 1 more, hinge back, squeeze, lift up for 8. Shift forward, hands on the floor. Round spine, belly button in, nice little cat stretch. Belly button in, connect, shoulders down. Inhale, articulate to neutral. Again, exhale, tuck the pelvis, round down. Inhale, connect to neutral. 1 more time, hinge, tuck the pelvis, round up. And inhale, release to your neutral. Good, shake everything out. Let's come to standing. So you can stand all the way up, grab a quick sip of water if you want to on the way by. I'm just going to turn me around a little bit. I Use that right there. Okay, so we're going to start with a little bit of standing work here. I'm not going to bother with the music right now because I want you to do this just with balance. So your knees and toes are going to be straight ahead. I'm going to turn slightly sideways so you can see. What I want you to do is step 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and then you're going to push up onto that toe on the back foot. So just you're able to balance on this front leg. But what's happening is you're not arching the back to get here, okay? You're actually going to hinge slightly forward over that front leg so that when you point that back toe to the floor right there, it's just in alignment. We can bring the arms up, but they don't have to stay there. We're going to balance on this standing leg. You're going to pull that leg in, and you're going to point, flex, point, and tap it to the floor. You're going to exhale, point, flex, point, and tap it to the floor. So arms could be down, and you could be using a chair or a wall here and tap. Point, flex, point. What matters to me is that you're not hinging over to one side. You're keeping everything straight and strong and tap. Exhale, 3 and 2 and 1. Belly button is in connect. 3 and 2 and 1. Tap. 2, 1, 1. Last one. Point, flex, point, tap. You're going to shift back, bring the feet together, and just give it a little shake. All right, so we'll be doing the other side here. So you're just going to step 1 foot forward and then up on that toe. Little hinge at the pelvis here so that this back foot is just tapping on the floor and you've got your balance right there. It doesn't have to come very high off the floor. It's just enough to bend it. Your knee stays in place. Arms up if you want them, shoulders down. Connect everything. We're going to take that foot up, point it, flex it, point it, and tap down. Point, flex, point, tap down. 3, point, flex, woo, point, tap. 4, point, flex, point, tap. You're squeezing the hamstring, stretching a little bit into the thigh. That standing leg is staying tall. 2, last 1, 2, 1, tap down, arms release, shift back, and just shake it out a little bit again. All right. Speaking of shaking it out and moving it out, we're going to put on a little music and do a little bit of standing work here. Hope you guys are still doing okay. I don't know if the music's going to work today and if it's going to work out. Yesterday it was a bit of it didn't like me very much. So we'll see what happens today. You have to go? Bye. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. So I'm going to do 2 things, Steph. I'm going to make sure that the music doesn't cause me to be muted because it did that yesterday. And I'm going to make sure that when Eliza goes out, it doesn't freeze me. Okay, am I still here? Still moving? Excellent. And now I'm going to share the music and we'll see what happens with that. Can you hear the music? Can you hear me? Both sound good. Perfect. Happy to hear it. Plie and press. Easy plie. Here and first. You can have a chair next to you if you want. Push and squeeze. Push and squeeze. Push and squeeze. Push and squeeze. Push down, squeeze up. Push down, squeeze up. 2. Hold your plie halfway up. You're going to pulse 8, 7, 6, 5. Connect. 3, 2. 8 more pulses. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We'll add a little bit on. We're going to squeeze together, lift up on the toes, lower the heels, plie. Squeeze, lift, lower, plie. Squeeze, toes, heels down, plie. Squeeze, up on the toes, heels down. A little faster, we're going to lift up, plie, up, plie, up, plie. Little ankle warm up here, plie. Here's 4, here's 3, here's 2, here's 1, step to second. Heels in, toes up. Plie, plie. Hold your plie, take it halfway up, pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, knees go back, 3, 2, we're going to do 8 more here, here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you come up, toes, heels down, plie. Lift up on the toes, heels down, plie. Lift on the toes, heels down, plie. Lift on the toes, heels down, plie. A little faster. Toes, plie. Up, plie. Up, plie. Up, plie. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it in. Quick little shake. Come in first. Parallel. One heel is going to pop as you do a little parallel plie. Good. The same heel. Pop. And up. So what's happening is you're keeping right over that back heel. It's still a plie. It's just a 4 starts on one foot. Other foot. Pop. Down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to alternate. 8, 7, abs 6. You should feel Achilles and calf. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now plie down. One heel is up. We're going to switch, switch, switch. Try to move the legs, not the pelvis. Hold down, down, down. Trying to hold in place. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Woo. One heel back for a second. Quick stretch. Good. Bring it forward. Step the other foot back. Quick stretch.
For all the times that you rain on my parade.
Good. We're going to add a little side bend, side stretch. Move those arms a little faster. I know that the Wi-Fi has a bit of an issue when I start moving a little faster. So sorry if we try to just feel it in your body, feel it in the music. Don't worry too much about if you're right on beat or not. You're in a nice second position. We're going to start with that knee bend on the right. And we're bringing the pelvis with us. So the left leg is straight, over and up. Both heels are down. Foot could be a little more parallel. Now we're going to add the upper body. We're going to go over and up. Over. So your shoulders are still square to me. You're getting this stretch up your side. Over. 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 Now we're going to stay over the same side. We go over. We're going to rotate on this toe kind of toward that diagonal side under. Then we're going to rotate back and then come back up. So again, slow. We're going to go over, rotate under, rotate over, come back up. Okay? It goes a little faster, under, over, up, over, under, over, up, over, under, over, up, over, under, over, up. Last one. Now we have about 18,000 lunges on the last. Last. So you're turned out. That knee is going right over the toe. Shoulders and hips are to me. Close at about 2 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Add the side stretch. Over. 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 Push. We're going to stay slow. Slow it down. Go over. Rotate that foot. Come under. Rotate back. Come back up. Again, slow. Over. Rotate, pivot. Rotate, pivot back. And we go to tempo. Ready? Over, under. Over, and up. Over, pivot, under. Over, come up. Over, pivot, under. Over, come up. Over, under. Over, 2 more. Over. Over, last one. Come back back up. Arms up. Hands forward, toes forward. Hands down in front of you on the floor. So, your hands are on the floor. Your legs are out wide on the floor. Abs are tight. Stay connected. Nice stretch. Almost a down dog, right? But really wide. Now we're going to walk slightly forward. Come to a little plank here. Legs out wide. Good. Walk it back up. Bring the hands in a little bit so you can flatten those feet. Slide out of the shoulders. Good. Walk back forward. Hands come forward just a little bit so you can lower to plank. Wide plank. Good. Sit back. Walk the hands back so that you take the pressure off the shoulders. Good. Walk the hands all the way in. Roll it up. Tuck the pelvis. Squeeze through. Okay. Grab your two little light weights if you want to for shoulders. You do not have to. If you want to do it without weights, you totally can. Good. Do just a little lunge series where we add some arms. Try not to keep it too heavy in the leg so that you're able to continue this the whole way with the leg. The legs will be more static while the arms do a little more movement. So we're going to start with the arms up at about the 90 or slightly below 45 degrees. And we're going to keep biceps and down. Biceps. Biceps. Now these are light weights, so it should be easy. Weight in your right foot, you're going to tap left back and in. Left back and in. So knees are soft. Biceps. Biceps. 2. Hold the lunge. Into it, we're going to push the arms and down. Push and down. So I'm in a lunge on my front leg. My back leg is just holding in place like a kickstand. Up. 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 Good. Arms straighten out. Squeeze. Eyes on the squeeze. All right, you ready for some fun? Hold right here. You're going to tip and tap. Tip and tap. So you're really not straightening the front leg. You're just tipping enough. Up. 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 That's it. Bring it in. Take it out. Come back facing the front and turn slightly sideways. Bend with both knees. Feet down back to the biceps. Curl. Curl. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Add that other foot tap back, back, and in, back, and in. Knees bent. Tap. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Hold them back there. We're gonna lunge. Push. 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 4, 3, lunging on that front leg. 2, now, tricep, squeeze, and bend, and bend, squeeze, and bend, squeeze. 4 more. 4, lead in that front glute, abs tight. 2, hold the arms straight, here's your little tip. We tip and tap, tip and tap, tip and tap. Tip and tap. 4 more years. 4. Woo! 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Take it out. Put these down. Good. Legs out. I want you to pop your hip over. Yes. Take that arm. Just give it a nice stretch. Good, now let your upper body rotate down to the floor here, stretching into your back. You're going to bend that back knee, but it goes straight ahead to me. Good, bring it up, a little more into that inner thigh. Bend that same knee, rotate that other leg up to the ceiling. Hip stretch. Good, turn it back, come all the way up. Hop the hips to the other side. Ooh, that was weird. My Wi-Fi delayed, so I heard me say it and I saw me do it. Arm comes up straight. take that body rotating towards the floor. Back knee's gonna bend, but the knee is going straight ahead. Good, shift up out of that, bring your upper body up. This knee's gonna bend again, go straight ahead, and this leg's gonna turn out. Good, bring it back. You can bend both knees, hands to the knees. Let's just press one shoulder down, rotate the other way. Relax your neck. If your back reaching away from me. Good, bring it up and switch sides. Press the other shoulder down, tailbone back. Let your neck release. Good, back to center. Let's roll it up. Shake it out. And you're all set today for class.